I feel Catra will sort of like take over the horde, and if she sieges Etheria, will she empathize with Adora, and why or why not? Because I feel like she will.
I hope so. That's a beautiful question. I mean, I can't really see that far ahead yet, but I can tell you that I think there is room for growth and redemption, and I feel like it's the arc is being told where we see Catra as this villain and ready to take over, and I do think a siege could be in her future, but I do also feel like there's room to redeem yourself. You know what I mean? And I do think you can right your wrongs, and I hope Catra does that because I think there is a lot of empathizing that can be done with Adora.
Because Adora was one of her early friends, so
yes.
I feel like it comes down to her and Adora, and then she'll
not She-Ra.
Not She-Ra.
Yeah, I think it's down to the two of them.
Yeah.
I hope we see that.
Yeah, that would be a really climatic point in the series.
And what about the fact that you made a really cool point. There's a difference to Catra between She-Ra and Adora.
Because
why do you think that is? That's how you ask the question. Not you, her. Why do you think she sees a difference between She-Ra and Adora?
Well, I think for her, She-Ra represents the abandonment. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You're no longer my friend. You turned into this princess, essentially. You're completely playing on the other side. This is not how we grew up. This is not what we believe in. How could you do this? You completely abandoned me. Adora is the person she grew up with. That's who she knows and loves. That's who she feels familiar and comfortable with. And so I think she really, truly sees them as two different people. And it's going to take a while for Catra to come to terms with the fact that Adora has not abandoned her. But She-Ra is Adora's destiny, and I think Catra has a hard time seeing that. There's jealousy there.
Do you think Scorpio will defy Catra, and how do you think that will affect Catra?
Well, that's a great question, because I think, especially what we've seen in terms of their dynamic before, Catra seems fairly, I would go so far as to say ambivalent towards Scorpio in many ways. She relies on her for practical things. She wants Scorpia's help when it comes to being the muscle or, carrying out a plan of hers. But in terms of like the emotional connection, it's felt very one-sided. So I think what we obviously are learning as we've been teasing into season 4 is that I would go so far as to say ambivalent towards Scorpio in many ways. She relies on her for practical things. She wants Scorpia's help when it comes to being the muscle or, carrying out a plan of hers. But in terms of like the emotional connection, it's felt very one-sided. So I think what we obviously are learning as we've been teasing into season 4 is that it is finally, after 4 seasons, we're finally seeing Scorpia start to have that revelation and kind of realize, oh, wow, who is this person who I care about more than anybody else in the world? Is this really the person that I care about more than anyone else in the world? Somebody who would abandon our other friend and send them to Beast Island, which is a horrible fate. What does that say about her? And then consequently, what does that say about me? So I think I can't get into the specifics of what happens in their relationship, but what I can say is that it's definitely a journey that is played out in the season, and we definitely see Scorpia finally trying to take a look at that and grapple with that. And it's definitely addressed. It'll be addressed by the end of season 4. Yeah.